Hello class, my name is Mr. Mick Shuffliner, and today we're going to learn about t-tests. Does that sound fun? That sounds pretty fun.
Not really.
Mr. Dylan, you had a problem?
What's a t-test, man?
Oh, you don't know what a t-test is?
Like what? Like a chai tea? Like
No,
chai tea latte, man?
Not
Like green tea?
No.
Like black tea? Like a boba tea?
not
like
like
milk tea?
not like a tea that you drink.
Oh, okay.
You
Like
need to get
what?
that thought out of your head.
Alright, I don't
So
know.
today-
like a tea count? Like we
No.
accounting?
Stop
This
it, please.
accounting, right?
I'm gonna give you a referral.
A referral?
I'm gonna give you-
middle school?
Listen, just listen to me. I'm gonna teach you about t-tests as we dive into the wonderful world of statistics. Alright class, so to further explain this, I'm gonna bring in one of my best colleagues, my friend Muhar. Come on Muhar.
Nice to meet you, class. Nice
Round
to
of
meet you.
applause.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Very good guy. Best guy, one of the best guys I met.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Alright.
Appreciate it. So, guys, I'm here to teach you guys about, T statistics, critical values, and finding out how to conclude a null hypothesis. So, my colleagues and I out in India, we found out that in India, an average of 50.1 pounds of meat is eaten per year. We want to know whether students at Fresno State or man Gajendra Bashrankos are different than an average Indian.
Hey, be quiet! Sorry about that, the kids are a little bit rude today.
It's okay. I want you guys to do I'm gonna teach you guys how to do a two-tailed test with a null hypothesis of the mean of 47 and let the alpha be 0.5. We're gonna have a sample of 4 people which will have data of 29, 37, 41, and 53 pounds of meat. So now we're gonna calculate the t-statistic, state the critical value, and state what you conclude is the null hypothesis and what this means concerning Fresno State students and how much meat is eaten. So these are our 4 samples. Add these all up, what do they equal?
The grand total of like 160.
Like, it is 160. So you get 160, then you divide that by 4. What do you get? 40. I got you, it's 40. So after you get the 40, I want you to do the x, which is this number, minus the mean. That's the second step. Minus everything by 40. That equals 11, negative, that equals negative 3, that equals 1, that equals negative, that equals positive 13. You add this up, you get 0.
Perfect.
You always want this step to equal 0. Then, you get this number, you square root it by 2. Square root this, square root that, square root that, square root that. Square root this, you get 9, square root that, you get 1. Square this, you get 9, square root that, you get 121. So you square root them, you get 121, 9, 1, and 169. That equals 300. So this is a very important first step. This number and this number will be coming up right now.
So next, we're gonna get this number, which is 300. We're gonna get 300. And how the actual problem it should be set up is x, just like this, over n minus 1. So this, you have this right here. And the n, since we have 4 numbers, n minus 1 is 4 minus 1, which equals 3. And we're gonna square root that. So we get 100 square rooted. That equals 10. And next up, we're gonna learn about the t-statistic. And what the t-statistic is the ratio of the departure of the estimated value of a parameter from its hypothesized value to its standard error. So to get the t-statistic, first we can go ahead and write out the formula. So for this, since this is the mean right here is 40. And then we also need to get the original mean from the problem, which is 47. Go ahead and put this. And then so next up, we get the standard deviation right here, which is, so it's 10. And it goes over, so it goes over your number. And actually the square root of your number. Add that here. So that is 4. So if we put this in our calculator, we can find out that it's -7 over 5, and that comes out to -1.4.
So after finding the t, which he forgot to put, the t is -1.4. We need to find the critical value. So I'm gonna go to my two-tailed test and go. I'm going to the degrees of freedom of 3. Look at this. Look at this right here. This is where I'm gonna go. 3.5. That's where I'm gonna go. So that gives me a critical value of 3.182. And the definition of a critical value is the point on the scale of the test statistic beyond which we reject the null hypothesis. So this is going to help us figure out the last part of our test about our question, which is state what we conclude is the null hypothesis. So 1.4, which is t-score, negative, is less than the critical value of 3.182. This is going to get us to where we fail to reject the null hypothesis. We fail to reject the null hypothesis. So, do you know what that concludes, class? Jay, do you know what that concludes? That concludes that we cannot conclude Fresno State students are different. We fail to reject the null hypothesis.
Okay, class. So a two-tailed test is a test in which in the critical area of a distribution is two-sided, and it tests whether a sample is greater than or less than a certain range of values. So now, Mr. Dillon, do you understand the concepts?
Yeah! Wait, this is stats? I'm supposed to be in history class.
Mr. Dillon!